Name's Marco Dominic Gonzalez. I'm on the train of thought. 09:27 a.m., April 17, 2014. And I just went on a rant and I want to put it on video, but I already made a long documentary about this in September of last year, and I was hoping that just my oppressor would see this video, that somebody with a conscience would see it, but I guess not. And obviously I'm making these videos and posting them on YouTube in the event I decease. I want these charges brought against this group of government intruders, and exactly for each incident, who's responsible, and everything else. I want that pursued. I have a document 144 that is my will and testament. I want that, the percentages given to the people on that list, those charities. And again, I went on a rant, when they were nice to me, and they fixed my computer after 2 years in March of 2012. I didn't have my computer went down. I didn't have access to a computer other than my aunt's. But I mean, they made it a point that if I try to look up laws and try to do anything, it would cause blurry vision, and it would do all kinds of crazy things to where I stick to looking at music or something. If I try to go into the realm of law and everything else, it makes it very difficult for me to find any kind of information, that kind of thing. So I realized, oh man, I'm screwed. I just have to endure this. But again, and I made this into a long documentary, what are the hormones that were placed in my food when I first got here? I made a reference to, they were putting some type of Viagra, Cialis in my food. I'm telling you, man, it caused me severe pain, and I consider that a sexual assault. I've been assaulted sexually under a forced hypnosis. I want that investigated. I have a very long documentary on it, and I made public posts on Facebook, and I want that those doctors interviewed. Again, I put it on my Facebook, and I made it public. I want to know what was the salt placed in my food when I first got here for the first year. Really bad for the first half year, then off and on the next year, and then kind of in the second year, kind of not. But what kind of salt was that? Again, Dr. Miller was kind of using it to try to give me heart medication, but then I realized they're just creating an incident to get medication, and they're not going to give me heart medication. They're going to give me something else. And I realized that I didn't have a high blood pressure problem. I had a problem with someone putting salt in my water. But they were trying to give me medication to mask it as, oh, this is for this, but it's really not. I realized that. So when I wouldn't take those medications, I said, no, I don't want any of that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to take any more medication after that. She gave me that doxazone. That really caused me harm. So then I guess they figured they have to put it in my food. Well, what is that? What are they saying it is? And then why hasn't my blood been tested every week? To know that if somebody's saying they're putting something in my food, that it is what's in my bloodstream, not duping me into wondering why my food tastes funny and all these things. Man, I have too many long documentaries on this. Again, in the event I decease, I want these cases brought against the United States government in any capacity of who exactly is responsible for this. I'm still alive. And I'm sure they can't believe it. Again, my dad, I was at the Safeway. There was a lady with long brown hair. She was a witness. She was a cash register lady, and I said in front of the people, I said, I've been treated bad, and I want justice. What's going on here? But they said, oh, it's going to get better for you. It's going to get better. Don't worry, it's going to get better. And they took me to Las Vegas, and I took a stand in the Stratosphere. We went to a restaurant. I took a stand there, and I said, you are witnesses. I will identify each and every one of them. How could you allow this to happen to me? Some of them looked like they were going to cry because they knew bad things were happening to me. What does the public know or think that had been happening to me? It's worse than you could ever imagine. Again, read my Facebook post. Look at my videos. I'm alive.